Hi, welcome once again to this week's edition of Premium Times Weekly Podcast. I'm your host, Titi Lokwe Fadari. So guess what? You remember Nigeria's former finance minister who resigned after she was fingered for forging her NYC certificate? Madam Kemi Adeosun is back. She's not only back, she's back with a bang. Riding on the Nigerian government's refusal to prosecute her or take any step to bring her to book, despite clear evidence of certificate forgery uncovered against her, which eventually made her resign about 3 years ago, Madam Adeosun came back to Nigeria to claim innocence after a court judgment. She got what appears to be a reprieve from a court and she waxed lyrical about it. Like a 5-time jambite who had just made cut off for the first time, she took to her Facebook wall, which, if it were a real wall, would have been overgrown with cobwebs, to celebrate her judgment. The court ruled that she did not breach any law by being appointed to the ministerial position in 2015 without participating in the NYC scheme. To Madam Adeosun, this was Kemi 1, enemies 0. She was wrong. As the sharp woman that she is, she quickly jumbled the facts and portrayed the judgment as though it was an erasure of other crimes she committed. She did not say that the court was silent about the fact that she forged the certificate, which used to get plum jobs across all levels of government. This is apparently because she didn't include the clause in the case she filed before the court, even though she had admitted she did it out of ignorance. Who will tell our dear former minister not to push her luck too far? Last week, a video of a poorly constructed road, identified as Lawani Crescent Road in Akoko-Edo local government area of Edo State, became the talk all over the streets of social media. The road, as shown, was so poorly done that it was easier to effortlessly chop off the concrete walls and peel off the asphalt from the road than it was to peel off agege bread. In the clip, a man who is a resident of the area showed how the drainage on the road was built with only concrete without reinforcement steel to strengthen it. The contractor's name is Royal Jeff Nigeria Limited. Whenever you see the company, if it ever exists by the way, just say a word of prayer to them. After the video went viral, the Edo State government later said it had revoked the local road construction work, which was being handled by the Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development. But wait though, how do people sleep after doing this kind of distasteful job? So far, about 10,000 persons have signed an online petition urging the Nigerian government and President Muhammadu Buhari to ban the sale of dog meat in Nigeria. I'm sure some of our people from the South and some parts of Southwest would be pleased with this news. I mean, what will mean of the dog meat delicacy released by the people of Akwa Ibom and Cross River states, especially when it is prepared with kai kai and ntong and sold at major joints? Well, the petition Natasha Cholun, a UK-based international animal rights activist, started over a year ago to stop the sale of this delicacy, has started gaining traction. The petition described the dog meat industry as barbaric. Ms. Cholun, who also said the dog owners are scared of their pet safety, is also advocating a ban on the dog-cart wildlife meat trade and wet markets worldwide. While I be like, what again? In other news, the Katsina State House of Assembly has begun the process to convert all television viewing centers across the state's 34 local government areas into state Islamic schools. At the plenary presided over by the speaker, the lawmaker said that the call became necessary because the schools were more important than the viewing centers. The assembly commenced the process following a joint motion presented by a member representing Jibia constituency, Mustafa Yusuf Jibiai. He explained that Islamic education had suffered many setbacks in most of the areas, especially the rural areas, hence the need for prompt action to address the setback. Mr. Yusuf Jibai added that if his prayer succeeded, the conversion would also assist in reducing the spate of insecurity in the state. He cited an instance during a dialogue with some bandits where they complained of lack of schools for their children, saying that the conversion would give them the opportunity to enroll them. As always, this edition was written by Yusuf Akinpelu. I am Titi Lokwe Fadari. See you next week, and do not forget, if you like this podcast, please share and favorite, and also visit www.premiumtimesng.com to catch the latest edition of this podcast series.